In this video, I want to go over the IFERROR function. And so you can see we're back in the all-around vision care worksheet that we were working with before troubleshooting. And I have split the window, or I've opened up two windows. And I've also changed the value in C3 on the points worksheet back to a hyphen. So I'm showing error values over here in row 14 because of that. Now in C14 through F14 I'm showing a value error, which means of course that I don't have a value in one of the cells that the formula uses. But in B14 there is a different message, and that's because there is an IFERROR function in that particular cell, and you can see it up here in the formula bar. And one of the things that you can, or the thing that you can do with the IFERROR function is to tell Excel exactly what you want put in a cell if the function or the formula produces an error. And in this case, the message checkpoint sheet has been entered. You can also opt to leave the cell blank, or you can opt to have a 0 show up in the cell. So there's a number of different things that you can do with the error function IFERROR function as far as what you want to show up in the worksheet. It just depends on what kind of worksheet you're using it for. So what I want to do then is to put a similar function into the three cells that I've just highlighted in row 14. So I'm going to go ahead and delete what's in those cells right now. And then I'm going to click on C14 and click the insert function. And up here you could search for the IFERROR function. I've used it recently, so it's in my recently used list. I'm going to go ahead and click OK to open the dialog box. And you can see that this particular function has two arguments, the value and the value of error. Value is any value or expression or reference. And basically what that means is this is where your formula or function is going to go. So in this particular case, we are multiplying the value in C7, which is the miles for Chicago for the second quarter, by the Chicago points, which are in C3. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that formula in that argument in the dialog box. And I can do that using the point and click method, which I just did. Now you can see when I click in the value of error argument that I'm getting a value error message up here. And that's because there is no value in C3 on the points worksheet as we've seen before. So in the value of error argument, I want to tell Excel what to put in that cell if the formula returns an error. And for this particular worksheet, I'm going to put in, sorry about the ding, that's my Outlook calendar reminding me I have an appointment. I'm going to click Check Points Sheet. So that's what's going to show up in the cell if the function returns an error rather than an actual answer. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And you can see that it is now returning that error message that I typed into my IFERROR function. So I can then copy that function across to the other two cells, and I forgot something here, and that is that I needed to make C3 an absolute cell reference. So I'm going to correct that and then recopy that function. So now I have, excuse me, I have the custom error message in all of the cells on that row. And that's how you use the IFERROR function. One note before I sign off: if you are typing this out on your keyboard rather than using the dialog box, you would need to enter quotes around the text. I would have typed in quote checkpoint sheet exclamation point end quote. Next we'll look at the formula watch window.